Hello everyone, Letice here. Hope you are doing well. So let's come here and say something, do a quick reading. Not gonna be really staying long today. Today is one of them days. Anyways, progress is working, progress is doing. Um, but I was talking to myself the other day while I was like cooking, and I was thinking, and I even posted a short about how spiritual journeys are not just one way. You don't need to do just it one way, one thing, or one situation. And as I was cutting my onions and whatnot for my little wrap and stuff, I was just talking to myself, but I was thinking, people always feel like they have to do cord cuttings and all this stuff, or, brick work and releasing hexes. And if you like to cook, that right there in your kitchen is an alchemy. Onions literally cleanse the blood on the physical. Don't forget that this physical and the spiritual work very much hand in hand. Very much hand in hand. Like they are very in tuned with each other. Okay? So they work very much hand in hand with a lot of the things that they do with each other. And with them working hand in hand, we got everything we need always. So as I was cutting out, I was like, people usually have a lot of the things that are necessary to heal, to cleanse, to purify, to work with themselves, to do what they need to do, all of that right there. So it's just like you don't need to do it one way. You don't need to get the cord, two candles, and that's just a cord cutting, And you're looking for a romance spell, and you're like, I can't get a candle. Some people can't use candles because of the smoke and whatnot, and inhalation, no matter if it's a soy candle or not or beeswax can or not. It's just certain things. It's like, you like tomatoes. When you cook that spaghetti, that's why they, So it's just certain things, just like that in itself is a way to do it, right? You can enchant your pens with certain colors like blue. Anytime I write my blue pen, I'll be more vocal, more confident, more sure of self. My throat is activated. I speak. When I use my purple pen, I will tap into my higher self, be able to communicate with my ancestors, be able to channel messages, interpret my dreams. When I work with, you get it? Everything is spiritual, but also physical. They work very much hand in hand. And so I want to come on here with not only the reassurance that when you are doing something spiritual, you just feel like doing it, feel called to do it, feel compelled to do it. Like, I've never seen it done before. It does. It works for you, your body, your spirit, your energy. I have a problem with screaming and release. Some people like, if you really just want to let go, just scream release. Sometimes I cannot. It just does not work for me. But when I'm dancing, when I'm singing at the top of my lungs, that is me screaming. That is me releasing. Some people meditate, they hum. That's how there's certain things where you're recognizing my spirituality really is my own. I don't work that. I'm not a night owl. I like to get a good night's rest. I'm going to bed. So just like if you like, I don't do movements because of that. Just like you can do what is needed to be done for you, for your energy. That's why when you're doing affirmations, it's I am, I feel, I speak, I move. And if you're like, I am an activist in my community, yes, you are still speaking and doing for other people, but you are starting with self because you have to recognize that in all ways, in all things, in all aspects, it is you involved. It is you that is present. It is you that is here. And so you're recognizing I don't need to do certain things, certain this and that, and wear certain clothes. And those things are great and they have been tried and true, but doesn't mean that you cannot create something that is also tried and true. That's why it's called tried. Because you gotta try and see if it's the truth. See if it works for you. See if it's powerful. See if it's necessary in your life. I could not stand praise dancing because I did not like, I'm not a fan of choreographed dancing. I like when I can listen to the same song 5 times in a row, but I'll dance differently to it each time. Because when my spirit, when my body is feeling something with the beat, with the song, with the vibration, it cannot be contained. But when I feel like I gotta do something in a certain way, my brain is just like, We don't feel this though. This is not how our body is feeling. This is not how we want to speak with our body. So when you're noticing your body, like my body doesn't feel that. I'm not feeling it. It feels weird, and not like putting yourself in a new unknown, a new environment, and putting yourself in uncomfortable. It's like no, so this does really not resonate me. It resonate with me. It does not align with me. I need something that aligns with me. It reminds me of how there are different support animals out there. Not everybody can have a dog or wants a dog to be their support animal. Or even their not even support animal, their what the fuck is it called? Not ESA, but medical. You know what I'm talking about? People that are trained. The dogs that are trained to like sniff out if somebody's gonna have a seizure or something. Birds can do that. Cats can do that. Gerbils can do that. So many other animals can do that too. Can sniff out those diseases, things of that sort. So it's again recognizing what is honestly and actively and truthfully working out for you. What is shifting and moving your dynamic, your energy, your space, your enlightenment. Because it's necessary. What is working for you? Write that down. What is working for me? What is working for you? And so I feel like it's the realization that our spiritual journeys will never be the same. Will never be the same. Again, once we realize that we are all on our own path, but together. That is, I was watching a video that it is interdependence, where it's recognizing everybody's worth, everybody's value, everybody's truth, and what they're capable of doing, and how they're able to do it. Growing up, they knew if they really wanted a good dancer, they was not going to come to me. It was going to go to my oldest sister or my oldest brother, dancers in the family. Teachers in the family, the teaching other people that they can dance down. Okay? Spiritual, not spiritual, okay? So it's those certain things where it's just like you know who to go to. Really, really wanted somebody to watch the kids, they would come to me or my older sister, but then I wind up watching the kids sometimes. But it would be me. And they was looking for a little more information, a little help with their studies, they would go to my oldest sister. She's good at that shit. Got like 3, 4, 5 degrees. When they wanted a little bit of truth, a little bit of honesty, or put in a way that was a little crazy, they would go to my youngest brother. You know who to go to. And this understanding, it does not take away from all of that they are. And neither does recognizing your spiritual growth and journey and path. Of recognizing all that you are. All that you can be. We got to enjoy quality time. This is enjoy quality time with self, with community, with friends, with family. It makes you look so great. What about great? It's crazy. Family, friends, diving in, all that truth. Recognizing all that. Enjoy quality time with life. Some people's shadow work is not staying in and going in hermits. Some of their shadow work, they have to go outside of their homes to reflect. When you really want to see if all the relationship work and everything, sometimes you do got to get in relationships. You do got to get into partnerships. You do got to get into friendships and see. You can't always heal on your own, but you have to heal in a way that works for you. Ooh. We got to be the change. Be the shift in your life. Make it look different. Make it look new. I remember my pastor at Antioch, right? Bishop, excuse me. And he would have, like, before church would start or church, preaching would start, he would have a concert and whatnot. And You would have the, gospel rappers coming up there, the praise dancers coming up there, the fog, the strobe lights. He said, sure, we all know the Bible. We're older, we're adults, but we want to get the younger youth in. Let's pull them in. Let's let them recognize that it ain't John Stone. It didn't work, but we had a lot of kids in that church, obviously from the families, but it was, even when I was like bringing my friend there, she was like, I've never experienced this. Like, yeah, we had like praise and worship, but this is different. A fog machine, strobe lights. Come on now. And then hearing your bishop say, hey, we ain't gonna run long, because I want to watch the game. Plus, we got to feed the people afterwards. And it was being the change. It was recognizing we're not just here to read the word, we're here to do the word. I'm seeing the Freedom Writers movie where, everybody was like, no, they don't need those books. She was like, no. How dare you? If you feel like somebody's always going to be a certain way, you're going to always treat them a certain way. If you feel like something always has to be done a certain way, you're always going to do a certain way. There's change. There's a difference. There's a shift. There's a dynamic that needs to happen. And you feel like people can't learn, you ain't going to never think to teach them. We got teamwork coming in here. Like I said, you don't need to do this alone. Spiritual journeys were never meant to be done alone. There is a lot that comes with being alone in spiritual work. You have to reflect, you have to think, different parts of shadow work, different parts of just healing, different parts of being joyous and having fun, that self-cleansing, that self-care. But you don't have to do it alone. You watching this video, that's teamwork. It's healing parts of me. I remember I started a YouTube channel back in high school. But as soon as people started discovering it, I deleted it. Deleted all the videos. I had like 8 or 10. Deleted all the videos, removed it because I was not prepared to be seen. People were always like, no, what you speak, you're always so, I was so ready, all this stuff. I wasn't. So that also comes with, even when I'm doing this and you're watching it, that is that healing. All healing does not look the same. Because all healing isn't the same. Healing isn't even linear. It's grief, it's rebirth, it's celebrations, it's so much. And it's that recognition of that you are life itself. So how do you want you to be lived? Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. That's that. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life. Okay, we got reaching out coming in here right under be the change. You're gonna have to reach out not only to yourself but to other people. And I love that there's a shadow cast. So that shadow work is looking in the mirror, looking at your shadow, and embracing both. We got Scorpio energy coming in here. Occult energy, magical energy, death energy, secrecy energy, emotional energy. That depth, that infinite possibilities of wonder. And that's right, under enjoy quality time. Not everything is meant to last because, baby, you're not even meant to last. So it's again that release, that letting go. Free yourself right under teamwork. Free yourself from the ideas of other people. This is about finding your tribe, finding your sense of self. Finding your truth, finding your worth. You have a lot around you that is healing, that is working with you, but that's hindering you possibly. There's a lot. Because the spiritual and the practical really do go hand in hand. If you are way too delusional, you may not do anything in the physical world. And you wonder like, wait, why is it not happening? I'm feeling it, I'm thinking it, I'm creating all these scenarios in my head, but what are you putting out forth? What are you putting into the action? But when you two in the physical, And now in the spiritual, you may not trust your intuition. You may not lead in that sense. You may be so focused on this that you are neglecting your spiritual body that you feel that there's a lost connection with you. It's like gaining the whole world and losing the soul. You got everything but not yourself. So it's that balance. They work together. You are an alchemist. You are a creator. You are a manifester. You are a prominent source in your life. Your spiritual journey will never look the same as anybody else's. That's why it's enjoy the quality time. Not only with yourself, but with others, no matter how long that lasts. Being the change and reaching out. It's like noticing, somebody sitting alone. You're like, let me go sit next to them and see what's happening. Not taking somebody's opinions and somebody's soul to heart. It's like, I tell people, let me meet them. Like, thank you for, your interaction idea. Unless it's like straight up, like they just, there's different, use your sense. But if it's just like they did this, like, thank you for that information, but I like to meet people unbiasedly. Because some people just aren't aligned with you. They don't mess with you. And it doesn't make them a bad person. Some people I just don't mess with, and it has never made them a bad person, an evil person, this and that. We just aren't aligned. We're not on the same page. So it's recognizing that if I'm the change, other people are also like, okay. Teamwork and free yourself, baby. Teamwork and free yourself. Your community, your loved ones, your chosen loved ones, chosen family, all that. You are that. So there's a lot in your life that you can literally use to weave and work with the spiritual and the mystical. When people come home, I remember my mom used to, she got caught one time sitting at a park eating Burger King because she didn't want to come home because she knew we would ask for some. But that was her just taking those moments to be like, I just need this break. I just need these moments. It's those moments where you're like recognizing what works for you. Like, okay, how can I allow this in? Like I'm always saying, I need time for myself, let me carve out some time for myself. It's all these different things. Self-love is the best love. Because once you know how to love yourself, people will be able to go off that as a guideline, as a truth, as an acknowledgement. And when they're not, you recognize it because you're like, I don't want to treat myself like this. How do you think you can treat me like this? Self-love, self-healing, the self journey, the spiritual journey, all these things are so intertwined in your life. It is powerful and it is necessary. If you are doing something, you've been doing it and it's been working, that's not how you manifest. That's not how you meditate. Bitch, who are you? It's been working for me just because it don't work for you. It does not supposed to. I can create, cooking all that, just praying on all of it. Sometimes I don't do candle work. I do food work. Enchant your life with your life. Okay? This has been your reading. I love you guys. Love yourselves more. And until next time.